up there, YouTube Guitar Land? Music Man RN coming at you with some more Dave Matthews. Say goodbye. Great Dave Matthews song? Or greatest Dave Matthews song? Anyways, song about hooking up with somebody and then never really seeing him again. Kind of a cool concept. One of my favorite Dave songs to play. I'm an old school Dave fan. We'll cover the intro kind of in verse. Some Dave Matthews kind of standard chords. You're going to see these chord shapes in a lot of his songs. This is essentially an A chord. And then you're going to slide kind of on that A string, excuse me. I guess from the 6th fret all the way up to the 11th fret. And then you're going to kind of put this finger down in like a kind of barring shape and get this kind of a note. I guess we would call that not 100%. I guess we'll call that E. Again, kind of Dave Matthews style chords. From there, we're going to go back into that shape we just played. But this one we're going to be calling a D. And from there, you can kind of slide that low E kind of down. Not sure exactly where you're sliding it to, but just that kind of style. And then you can kind of slide into that original A chord that we had played, which is this shape. But we're going to kind of slide into it using this kind of an octave shape here. A little, and then kind of put that finger down. So you can kind of slide into it and then slide around it a little bit when you're playing. And like I said, you kind of listen to the recording and kind of hear where that's going on. You can kind of ad-lib a little bit, but essentially you're playing this A chord and you can slide into it. And you can kind of slide up again a whole, each finger going up a half step. Into kind of, from these octave kind of chords that we're playing. So again, that sequence that we just went through, this A kind of chord, sliding into this E kind of chord, then into this D kind of a chord, and then sliding down and then sliding into that A chord again. And again, mess around with that kind of that A chord a little bit. So, and we'll play through it really quickly one more time. So anyways, along those lines. That's basically our verse. When we're going to go into our chorus, we're going to throw in a couple more kind of Dave Matthews style chords. The first one is a straight up B minor. And then into basically an E kind of a G sharp kind of a chord. This is very much a Dave Matthews style chord. Very similar to the chord used in Crash. If you don't want to play this chord, you can also play this kind of a chord. Kind of ringing out those open strings. Similar. Again, the chord names are a little, on that one again, it's kind of some kind of a G sharp / kind of a E chord. From there, we're going into a standard kind of an A chord, however you want to play it. then into a D major 7, I believe, slash kind of F sharp, where I'm fretting this F sharp here and then I have a D major 7 chord. And I'll play through that sequence real quick so you kind of see them together. Oh shit. That was terrible. Let's try that again. Something along those lines. I think my low E might be a little out of tune. I apologize. Hopefully you can't hear it. Anywho, so that is basically our chorus. Again, B minor to that G sharp slash E chord to an A to a D major 7 slash F sharp. And at the end of the chorus, he does this kind of little outro thing of it where you're going through and you're like, blah, blah, blah. And then when you play that last chord of the chorus, instead of going back into that B minor, you go to a G, and then a G major 7 chord, and then into a D slash F sharp, and then you would go back into the verse riff, into that. So I'll kind of play through and end it like that for you. So you can go back into the verse there, but if it's at the very end of the song and you want to kind of close it out, then from that D slash F sharp, you'll go into an A, and then repeat that sequence to kind of close it all up. So then you'll be doing your, your G to your D to your A. And then with the A chord, you can kind of release that second fret of the B string, and then you change it from like an A to kind of an A suspended kind of a chord. And that kind of happens more towards the end of the song, kind of with those say goodbye. I'm not going to sing because I'll ruin it. Bye. So anyways, so those chords again real quickly here. You got your G to your G major 7. To your D slash F sharp. And then in the outro, then you go to that A, and then again you can kind of lift on that guy there. And that's basically the whole song. Verse, kind of intro, chorus, and then you kind of ad-lib off the chorus kind of for your outro. Instead of kind of repeating through or going back to the verse, you can kind of just kick it with those chords at the end, and there's a lot of vocal ad-lib, and if you got somebody else singing or you are singing, in my case it will not be me singing, but somebody else was, then you can kind of do that kind of guitar ad-lib along with. But anyways, great Dave Matthews song. Love the old school Dave. Hopefully this is helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Until next time, Music Man RN out.